It is a perfect day for football in Ames, Iowa, and it is the state matchup between the Iowa Hawkeyes and Iowa State. Moments ago, inside the Iowa State locker room, here's Gene Chizik.
I want you to play your butt off. I don't want you to ever look at that scoreboard. I want a small victory by every guy on every play. The small ones turn into big ones. Refuse to lose. Refuse to lose. Guys, but above everything else, I want you to have fun. I want to see small. I want you to play your freaking butt off. And I want to see you enjoy doing it. I want to see you enjoy doing it. So take it personal, play your butt off, and play it physical. That's what I need today. Play it physical. Ace breaking up.
All right, that's the quiet confidence of Iowa State head coach Gene Chizik, along with Kelly Stoffer. I'm Ron Thulin. We saw Gene. They've got a new coach at Iowa State, a new system, but they still have some proven players. Problem is they've stubbed their toe the last couple of weeks, Kelly. They're hoping today's the day everything comes together.
Well, it's somewhat of a tenuous time for Gene Chizik. He has to lay the foundation for the future, but count on players that have been here for 3 and 4 years, and the players on the offensive side of the ball really are Todd Blythe and Brett Meyer. They have to step up and get it done today in a big way. On the offensive side, they got to get on track. And then Alvin Ace Bowen, the tackling machine, he also has to get off today against this Iowa offense.
Well, let's go to the other side of the football, because for Iowa, for the first time in 3 years, they have a new quarterback and sophomore Jake Christensen. Problem is, he's got very young wide receivers. He's had to turn to his tight end so far this season.
You're absolutely right, but the best friend of a young quarterback is a tight end that can find those open spaces in zones, run away from man-to-man defense on those linebackers, and Moyaki is really stepping up. You talked about the void at wide receiver. Moyaki is stepping up. 3 touchdown passes 1 week ago.
Well, for Iowa State, they're hoping history repeats itself, because the last time they met at Ames, they upset then number 8 Iowa. They're hoping it happens again today. It's the Cy-Hawk Trophy on the line. It is in the stadium. Who will hold it high at the end of the game? We'll find out coming up on Versus. For football here in Ames, Iowa, everything you could possibly want. It is cool, it's crisp, it's clear. We've got a sellout crowd, a lot of anticipation. We have 2 outstanding football coaches that are going to be part of this game this afternoon. Kirk Ferentz, of course, for Iowa, has done a great job, and Gene Chizik, former assistant of both Auburn and Texas, won the Frank Broyles Award for the top assistant a couple of years ago when he was with the Auburn Tigers. Mack Brown's #1 assistant the last couple of years. And, of course, for the Iowa Hawkeyes, the native of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Kirk Ferentz in his 9th year. Julianis and Sandeman are back for Iowa. We have a strong win. We saw the ball already go off the tee. Iowa State did win the toss. They deferred. A couple of factors here. Number 1, field position. Number 2, there is a wind. It's going from your right to left. Bret Culbertson's kick. With the wind, say goodbye to this one. And Iowa will take over 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. As you mentioned,
Than later.
Iowa's only scored on their opening drive 1 time in the last year. That was in the Alamo Bowl. Here's Albert Young. Nothing doing. A swarming Iowa State defense, and he's going to lose a couple on the play. The offensive line for Iowa, very young. 3 sophomores, a redshirt freshman, and Seth Olson. He's the oldest, and he's just a junior at that right tackle spot. In the skill positions, they have a solid run game. They're going to split it between Albert Young, we just saw it, and Damian Sims. And when they need to, they'll go to Moyaki and Brodell at the wide receiver spot. 2nd down and 13, a loss of 3 on the play. They'll go from the I formation. Tom Bush is the fullback. Again on the ground, getting back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be Albert Young. Alan Bell on the stop. This Iowa State defense, let's take a look at the line. They've got to stop the run, and it depends on the 2 guys in the middle. Braxma and Rubin, they are pretty good. Linebackers, we're going to be calling Ace Bowen's name a lot. In 2006, he led the NCAA in tackles per game. Defensive backs has been a problem area in the past. 3 sophomores, only 1 junior. And that is Chris Singleton. Third down for Iowa. We'll call it 10. Rodell, Sandeman, and Cleveland, the wide receivers. Christensen's first pass. He's going for the home run ball, and it's going to be out of bounds. Incomplete. Good coverage, though, by Alan Bell, step for step with the true freshman, Colin Sandeman.
And Alan Bell,
the redshirt freshman out of Evergreen Park, Illinois. One of the new kickers. This young man had a 90-yard punt in high school. Jannard Williams is back on his own 40, and this is going to be off the side of his foot. And a fair catch is called at the 43-yard line. We'll call it a 37-yard punt. No return. Iowa State will take over their first possession of the ball game. This Iowa State offense, they've been able to move the ball, but they just have problems with turnovers. The quarterback, of course, Brett Myers. This is his 39th career start, owns just about all the passing records at Iowa State. Last year's numbers were down from his sophomore year.
and remember that Brett Myers is learning a new system. He's being asked to read defenses really for the first time, where he has to go through his progression. He struggled with it, feels a little bit more comfortable coming into game number 3.
Well, Todd Blythe, his top receivers on the near side, they like to cover him with a cornerback. He goes over the middle, and he's got it. Maybe picked up 3 on the play. A.J. Eads was hanging on him to make the stop. The Iowa State offensive line, they had to replace 4 seniors. Tom Schmeling, a distant relative of Max Schmeling, has the most experience. And the skill positions, we've talked about Todd Blythe, but keep an eye on another one of the young wide receivers, R.J. Sumrall, a junior from Orlando, Florida. He has game-breaking ability. 2nd down and 6, pickup of 4 on the play. They want to get Blythe 5 to 8 receptions a game. J.J. Bass, the junior college transfer from Altamonte Springs, Florida. First run of the ball game. Maybe picked up a few. Matt Kroll on the stop. And 5 for the Cyclones. Myers scrambling for his life. Has the first down and a couple more to spare. He steps out of bounds at the Iowa 40.
Ron, this is what Brett Meyer brings to the table. He actually has the ability to make a play with his feet. Iowa likes to rush 4 and get pressure with 4, and what that a lot of times does, it opens up the edges for a guy like Brett Meyer, who has the ability to make a play just like that.
You talk about Norm Parker's offense. He used to be a blitzaholic, he said, but he plays what he doesn't mind calling a vanilla defense right now.
And they trust their scheme. It takes a lot for Norm Parker to want to bring pressure with a 5th guy.
J.J. Bass, he is hit right as the handoff occurs. May have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Mitch King, the junior out of Burlington, Iowa, on the stop. He's Syracuse, 1 total yard. On first down, Meyer looking to go to the air. Steps up in the pocket, has a man open. It's Blythe. Inside the 35, and he'll skip out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Charles Godfrey, the quarterback out of Baytown, Texas, shoving him out of bounds. And short, just about 1. They'll try the I formation. Bass, first down to the 25-yard line before Devin Moylan came up to make the stop from the free safety spot. This is something that Iowa State has to do. They've got to be able to run the football, something they did in the early 2000s and kind of got away with it the last couple of years. And pickup of 6 on the play. 1st and 10. Myers, straight drop, looking in the end zone for Blythe. Trying to get position. Penalty flag is thrown. Blythe was working on Charles Godfrey. Godfrey, who gives up a couple of inches, just was trying to get around him, even though the jersey's off. Interference.
And start with the protection up front, and Blythe actually came from the inside and ran a fade route to the outside. You can see it right here. Godfrey trying to look back for the football.
Pass interference. Defense, number 13. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
This is a Big Ten officiating crew.
There was a lot of infighting at the end of that throw, but almost always that's going to be called on the defensive side.
There's Kirk Ferentz. Says they've got a whole new intensity this spring. Last year was a wake-up call as the team finished 6 and 7, 2 and 6, tied for 8th place in the Big Ten. He says it was a wake-up call not only for the players but for the coaches. Said we really started to look at our program after the Minnesota game last year. Believe it, folks, this is still an outstanding football coach. First down and 10. In goal. Play action. Meyer into the flat. Caught. That'll go down to about the 5-yard line. Derek Catlin, the sophomore out of Fort Collins, Colorado. Right, Blythe near side, Summerall in motion. Bass hit at the line. Maybe leans forward down to about the 3-yard line. First hit by Mike Humple, the senior out of New Hampton, Iowa. Moving Blythe around. Now he's in the slot. 3-step drop. Looking for him. Up in the air. Can't reach it. Blythe covered by Dalton on the play. Just hung up in the air a little too much.
Yeah, Blythe is actually the inside receiver and going outside matched up against number 2, Harold Dalton. You can see Dalton reach out and grab his jersey and look at the other end. Just a little bit too far, but remember the jersey pull about 8 steps further back.
We're going to call this a 21-yard field goal by Bret Culbertson. He's 0 for 3 this year, but he's still the most accurate field goal kicker in Iowa State history. Good snap, good hold, and he's going to get his first of the year. Gene Chizik's squad has a good drive. They settle for the field goal with 10:02 left in the first from Ames. Sandeman and Cooley on his back. End-over-end kick. This will be 6 yards deep, and Sandeman will take a knee again. Let's. Young and Bush, I formation. They were curious how Christensen would handle the noise level today. Young up to the 25-yard line. Second down and 5. Iowa State shows blitz. And when they do, Iowa beats them on the run. James Smith has to come up to stop Albert Young. Iowa State wants to blitz on the run, though.
Yeah.
Fresh set of downs, 1st and 10. Christensen, the southpaw, flushed out of the pocket. Flicks it up to the 45-yard line. Pass is caught. Tony Christensen throws that he's comfortable with early on in this game. First down again. Straight ahead running. This time the Iowa State defense there to stop the ball carrier after pickup of about 1.5 yards. Albert Young hit by Ace Bowen. Ace Bowen, the senior out of East Orange, New Jersey. That is a far cry from Ames, Iowa. Talked to him yesterday. Said, where would you be if you didn't have football and you weren't here? And he said it would not be good.
And Ace Bowen is one of those guys that Gene Chisik really had to sell on what he wants to get done here. Because Bowen is that energy level guy on the defensive side, and I think Bowen has bought into what they want to do now at Iowa State.
Christensen, quick drop, slant in, incomplete. In and out of the hands of Colin Sandeman, the true freshman out of Bettendorf, Iowa. Chris Singleton, the junior from Fort Myers, Florida, with the big-time hit. I think Mr. Sandeman got a welcome to college football on that play.
Singleton is just sitting in a zone, and it was a slant, but Christensen had to hesitate just a little bit because of the underneath coverage. It gave Singleton time to break on that ball and blow up that play.
Third down and 9, and it is loud at Jack Trice Stadium. Here comes 5 on the blitz. Fumble! I think Iowa State may have the football. We'll wait for the official. No, they're saying that Christensen scooped it up. Ace Bowen, the man we were just talking about, he's going to be credited with the hit. Outstanding play by Bowen.
I asked Ace yesterday, when your defensive coordinator wants to get pressure, are you the best pressure guy? And he was reluctant to say yes, but I knew he was. I knew the answer to that question.
And there's his mother sitting in the stands. Our man Lewis Johnson will have more on that coming up in a minute or two. But again, another third down situation that Iowa State held, and they got off the football field. At the 30. Hit at the 35-yard line. Grenard Williams. That's where Iowa State will take over. They lead the Iowa Hawkeyes 3-0. Pass in the backfield. Meyer back to pass. Into the flat. Caught. Up to about the 37, 38-yard line. Pickup of about 3 on the play. Not much of a gain. Shoehorn about 56,000 in. Up the middle. Bass. Close to midfield, and he'll fall forward to the 50-yard line. We talk about the running game, but I think it really starts with Brett Meyer showing confidence at that quarterback spot. Been in this game before. He understands what it's all about. And he'll keep it. Tucks it. Runs. 40. Cuts to the left side, down to the 37-yard line. Pickup of 13 for Brett Meyer.
That's an example of what we're talking about. You spread the Iowa defense, and then you do stuff like this. Brett Meyer is really just another running back. Obviously, he can throw the football. We've already seen him effectively in that department, but put him in the shotgun, let him be a little spontaneous and use his feet a little bit.
You saw the numbers on him. Those are impressive numbers. Not known for his running ability, but he has the ability. Meyer, here comes the blitz. Pass complete to Sumrall. Still on his feet, inside the 25, down to the 23-yard line. Artine on the pickup. On first down. Vance tries to bounce to the outside. Good job by that Iowa defense, maybe picking up a yard on the play.
Position this year than in the past.
And that was a question mark. Meyer, nice play fake, trying to get to the edge. Doesn't get the block, but he does get down to the 19-yard line, setting up third down. A.J. Eads already with his 4th tackle of the afternoon.
Ron, that's a tough play to try to get yards on Iowa's defense. On
defensive coordinator Norm Parker. Third down and 6. Has some time. Into the flat. Caught. Catlett. They'll mark it, let's see, at about the 17-yard line. That'll be short of the first down. Charles Godfrey coming up for his 3rd stop of the afternoon. Godfrey's got a little pedigree. His older brother was El Roberson, the outstanding quarterback for Kansas State a few years ago.
But I like Meyer's decision-makings thus far, Ron. He's willing to go underneath. And remember, offensive coordinator Robert McFarland said, we have to be more patient than Iowa. And Iowa has won a lot of games by being patient.
33-yard field goal attempt. Culbertson already has one today. Snap is down. The kick on its way, and it is good. Culbertson, who started the season 0 for 3 kicking field goals, 2 for 2 this afternoon. Still in the first. Iowa State 6, Iowa nothing. You have to give them credit because they've only allowed 14 yards to Iowa today, only 2 first downs, and that's kind of turning the table what the Iowa defense has done to opponents this year so far. Kicking with the wind again. This is going to be a little bit shorter. It's going to Sandeman, who bobbles it in the end zone, and he wisely, the true freshman, takes the knee. They'll get it. The crowd again roaring. Christensen having to change things up at the line of scrimmage. Eubanks the center. Little play action. The southpaw into the flat up to the 24-yard line is James Cleveland, a redshirt freshman out of Robert E. Lee High School in Baytown, Texas. Moriarty dancing around in the backfield. He looks for the block. Comes up with a little chip up to the 29-yard line. Pick up a 4 on the play. Let's go set it down on Lewis Johnson with more on Ace Bowen. Lewis.
Well, Ron, I have Ace's mom, Angela Robinson, here in the stands. She flew in from New Jersey to watch the game. And not only is your son taking care of business on the field, but off the field, he has your younger son, Jamar, here, 12 years old, living with him. Tell us how that developed and why is Jamar here with Ace?
Jamar was getting out of hand and would not listen to me, so I asked Ace if there was anything that he could do about it. I talked to him, talking wasn't helping. So he said he's going to bring him out here and see if he could make a change.
How do you think that's worked for both of the young men? Has it really helped Jamar?
I think it does help Jamar a lot. I could see the change in Jamar, and I see Ace being a big role model and acting as an older brother taking care of his younger brother and also helping me out in the process.
And finally, what's it like to sit out here on a Saturday afternoon and watch your son Ace do his thing?
You have no idea what is going through my whole body. I am so excited. It is so nice to see how far Ace has come. I wish the team all the luck today.
All right, enjoy the rest of the game.
Thank you.
Ron,
Thank you, Lewis. What a great story. Christensen, no pressure. Now here it comes, and he is going to be dropped for the second time back at the 32-yard line. That closing defense, it didn't look like there was a lot of pressure, but Nick Freer finally came up from that defensive end spot. The yard on the play, second down and 11. Moeaki moving. Straight ahead running up over the 35-yard line to the 38-yard line. Jesse Smith on the stop of Albert Young. The seniors, Cleveland, Brodell, the wide receivers on 3rd down and 6. Christensen, here comes the pressure. He's going to scramble. This is his strong side. Flicks it downfield. Incomplete. No penalty flag. Intended for Moeaki.
Guess who was on the coverage? Elvin Ace Bowen was out there once again. And remember, Tony Moeaki is going to be a favorite target for Jake Christensen because of the lack of experience at wide receiver. Watch Ace close the gap. Does a good job right at the end at finding the football. That was a very nice play out in coverage, out in space by Ace Bowen.
Yeah. Another punt. The 3rd of the afternoon for Donahue. He's got a good solid leg, and this is not very good. Way off the side of his foot. That punt did not go very far for the redshirt freshman out of St. Rita High School in Evergreen Park, Illinois. They're going to mark it at about the 48-yard line.
Right now, Ron, you can sense it in the stadium. Everything that needs to go right early for this Iowa State team has gone right for them.
So now Iowa State with outstanding field position. This will be the final play of the opening quarter. Meyer tucks it. His second run of the afternoon. Leans forward inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line. 14 on the pickup, and the clock will stop with 2 seconds left in the quarter.
And Ron, Iowa right now is getting absolutely no push up front. It's giving Meyer time to make good decisions. Nothing is there down the field, and then that's when this young man becomes dangerous. When he decides to become a runner, he's a very efficient runner with the football.
Brett Meyer, 4 carries, 42 yards as quarter number 1 comes to an end, and Iowa State leads it 6-0. Iowa State with a 6-0 lead after the first. Kelly Stoffer, Lewis Johnson, Ron Thulin with you. Jack Trice Stadium, Ames, Iowa. This Iowa defense has already given up 63 yards rushing. They gave up a total of 45 yards rushing the first 2 games combined. Here's J.J. Bass. No contest. Here's Brett Myers. Great decision-making so far for the senior quarterback. Bass straight up the middle, hits a big pile of black jerseys, fall forwards to the 32-yard line. 3rd down and 4. Sumrall in motion. Meyer sidearms it. They had the first down, may have lost it. It was Blythe. Let's see if he leaned forward enough, and he did. He did get the first down to the 26-yard line. Kelly, was one of those catches where he looked like he kind of went backwards a yard after he made the reception.
Yeah, but
he's got a fresh set of downs. A little cutback with J.J. Bass. May have made it down to the line of scrimmage, which is about the 26-yard line. Adam Shada coming up, the senior out of Omaha, Nebraska, with patience on offense at Norm Parker defense. Meyer looks to put it up, sidearms it, passes incomplete, intended for Catlett. Out in 9. They're 3 of 5 on this occasion. Meyer into the flat. Bass makes the catch, and he'll barely get back to the line of scrimmage. Nice job by A.J. Eads and Mike Blinkenborg in that linebacker spot, just corralling the speedy Bass.
you know, we've seen Iowa State really dominate this game thus far, but this is Iowa's defense at its finest. Force the throw underneath, drive on the football, make a secure tackle, and force another field goal try. Now the question, Ron, to me is, Iowa State is moving the football right now, but are they settling for too many field goals? That's the question.
And that comes up and gets you sometimes. This will be a 42-yarder for Culbertson. He's 2 for 2 so far. Snaps down, the kick. Is it going to hang on? Yes! Culbertson perfect this afternoon. Good news is you lead 9-0. But are you settling for field goals? We'll be back to Ames, Iowa in a moment. Now Iowa State will be kicking into the wind. Julianus Sandeman back at about the 5-yard line. We've already seen them move up. Field position has been big so far because Iowa State has really dominated that. You see the wind on top of the stadium. Iowa State has started most of their possessions in outstanding field position. But they are kicking. Oh, this is a little nubber. And that'll go down right at the 33-yard line. Was that by design? We don't know. Hey, Lewis Johnson, you're standing by that Iowa bench. 1st and 10. Christensen, little play action pass, has some running room, throws it across his body off the hands of Moiaki. This is a team that had problems dropping balls in that opening game. They dropped 8 passes, Kelly.
Yeah.
Only 2 of 6 throwing the football. They'll go back to their bread and butter, which is the ground game. And Damian Sims is checked into the lineup. He gets about a yard on the play. The senior from Boynton Beach, Florida. 78 yards away from 2,000 all-purpose yards.
And they're
from the shotgun. Looking left, locks on his receiver, going deep, it's floating, and it's going to be incomplete. Pass intended for Sandeman, and Alan Bell was with him step for step. That ball got underneath the wind, and it just kept floating.
Well, when the defense gets ahead and down in distance, they dictate what happens on 3rd and 9. And that's exactly what Iowa State did there. They went a cover 2. They force a throw to the sideline. And Ellen Bell is going to win that matchup with Sanderman most of the day.
Well, Jernard Williams is back on his 15. Iowa State was showing like they were going for a block. Good snap kicking with the wind. It's going to be a short kick. Williams, 24-yard line. Spins up over the 35 to about the 36-yard line. 42 on the kick. 14 on the return. 10:42 left in the half. Iowa State leads it by 9. Wide receiver set, something we haven't seen for Iowa State. Across the middle, caught. First down, Cyclones. Todd Blythe on the reception. That is his 3rd catch of the ball game.
That was one of the emphasis of this offense is how do we get the ball to number 1, Todd Blythe, more. And this is the way to do it. He runs an in route against a cover 2 defense, meaning you have underneath coverage rolled up on him, but then safety's over the top. You got to find that void right over the football, just as Blythe did there.
Pickup of 12 on the play. 1st and 10. Bass. Check that. It's Alexander Robinson, the redshirt freshman out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, with his first carry. He gets down to about the 44-yard line. Another good pickup. They love being on schedule, too, on that first down. You've got 2 letters coming into this year. Close to another first down as they bang over the right side. Trying to push back Matt Kroll, Mitch King, and the defensive front 4 of Iowa. Over center. They go from the I formation. Bass back into the lineup. He's got the football. I don't know if he got it. They're going to mark it short because Mike Humpel coming up from that weak side linebacker spot. Boy, this is just a solid play by Mike.
You're right. This is one of the first times we've seen penetration. And this is a linebacker, 44. You can see stepping up right there. Humpel does a nice job of filling inside behind that defensive tackle, but this is where you show your offense that you have confidence in it. Gene Chizik, this is his decision. The head coach says, yeah, let's go for it. First thing to be alert for right here, though, is the hard count by Brett Meyer.
4th down, less than a yard. I formation. Bass got the first down. breaks inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line. Gets an attaboy from head coach Gene Chizik. You gotta love offensive coordinator Robert McFarland, though. He was a head coach for 2 years at Stephen F. Austin. He's not afraid to gamble on fourth.
Now, this is great blocking up front. There was absolutely no penetration by the Iowa defensive front seven. The Iowa State offensive line is controlling this show right now.
107 more yards than Iowa State's offense has. 85 yards rushing. Meyer looking into the flat. Pass is complete. Mylan Moses on the reception. A lot of it to that young offensive line of Iowa State, allowing him to do what he does best. Nothing doing on the straight ahead plunge. Maybe got down to the 30. Alexander Robinson. Robinson, who got the start against Kansas State, came back versus Northern Iowa, got 45 yards on 8 carries. Third down and 3. They'll go with 5 wide receivers set. Meyer got the first down to Sumrall. Inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line. He had some zip on that football after a pickup of 7.
It gets that cover 2 scheme, 2 deep safeties, zone underneath. Meyer has to be on the same page as his receiver. Sumrall is going to sit down in the void right here. Keep an eye on that, and Brett Meyer has to understand that. As we roll things, that's where the void's going to be. You let that zone get soft, you look downfield, and you come underneath. Third down conversion, keep the ball rolling.
Well, Blythe says, I don't mind clearing out a zone for guys. Here's Robinson, left side. We're going to give him a yard just because we're nice today. Company were pretty successful in the red zone. 4 of 5 for 4 touchdowns.
Just not many trips was the problem, but they were getting touchdowns when they got down there.
Second down and 8. Penalty flag is thrown as Robinson gets stacked up again.
Holding. 84 offense, 10 yards, previous spot, still second down.
Derek counted 19. This is their first second and long they've faced this afternoon. 5.5 left to play in the half. Here's Benz, bounces to the outside, gets a nice block from Sumrall. He gets inside the 25-yard line, back to the original line of scrimmage after a pickup of 9. Got a good block from the wide receiver zone.
Ron, keep an eye on the bounce outside, because this is designed to go right inside behind number 84 Catholic, but it's bouncing it outside. Good running backs have quick feet that take them to where their eyes show them they need to go, and you can see that Bass definitely has that.
Here's Norm Parker on the sideline, defensive coordinator for Iowa. Third down and 9. Big third down for Iowa State. As Kelly mentioned, they've got to get a touchdown here. Changing the play at the line. Looks. Going for the home run ball. Caught. No. Incomplete. Intended for Philip Bates. Klinkenborg was on the coverage. That pass was pretty good, though.
It was, and it's actually 82. Marquise Hamilton coming from the inside, but running a fade kind of to the corner of the end zone. He was the inside receiver. Absolutely perfectly thrown, and a very big missed opportunity for Iowa State.
Bates was right there also. Right on the holder. Christensen, 40-yarder. He's 3 for 3. And his kick is good. What an afternoon for Bret Culbertson, the senior from Lincoln High School in Des Moines, Iowa. 4 for 4. Iowa State leads 12-0. Kicking against the wind this time. Julianis and Sandeman. This is a low squib kick again. Julianis at about the 18-yard line, trips forward up to about the 28-yard line. 10 on the return. Nab for the personal foul, so that's going to tack on 15.
Number 11.
Oh, check that, 11. Not Ace Bowen. That's Chris Singleton, because Ace Bowen's mom probably was about to come out of the stands on that one. That wasn't my son.
Hey, partner, you just repeated what the official said.
Yeah, that's right. Don't get mad at me.
But you never know what little thing is going to change the
Exactly.
momentum in the play. And this extra 15 yards that Iowa did not earn on the kickoff return, that may be enough to get this Iowa offense untracked.
Best field position to begin a drive for the Iowa Hawkeyes. They have 4.5 to work with here in the first half. Dancing around in the backfield. Good report. As we mentioned, it is cool out here today. This time Iowa State's defense on second and short will stack up Damian Sims. Ace Bowen coming up to make the stop. 3 tackles and a sack already today for Bowen. 5 on third down. They were about 50% for this season. A quick look in bubble screen to Brodell, his first catch, and he is going to be right at the first down marker, and I think he got enough. Braxton on the stop. That is a first down for Iowa. 2:50 to play in the half. Christensen, straight drop, sits down on the turf back at the 45-yard line. The 3rd sack for this Iowa State defense. Curtis Taylor, the junior out of Fort Dodge, Iowa, coming up to put on the pressure in the beginning.
Iowa likes play action pass on first down, but look at Christensen. He's looking downfield, deep routes, and absolutely nothing there. And one thing the defensive coordinator for Iowa State, Wayne Bolt, told us, when they blitz, the blitz has to hit its mark, and that time Curtis Taylor hit his mark.
Loss of 10 on the play. Second and about 20. Closing in on 2 to play in the half. Bouncing out to the outside as Damian Sims gets up to the 45-yard line. That'll be about the original line of scrimmage, setting up a 3rd down and 10. Singleton and Johnson from the cornerback at safety spot coming up to make the stop. 11. He said the keys: play physical, take it personal. Eubanks checking the snap count. Play clock at 5. Christensen gets hit as he throws it. Pass incomplete, but Christensen took a wallop. John Banks coming out from that strong side linebacker spot. He lowered the boom on Christensen.
Well, Banks and Bowen, actually it was Banks. But that's the thing, is Christensen is not being allowed to get comfortable in the pocket.
Again, Renard Williams back at his 10-yard line. Wobbly kick, he's going to let this go. Hits at the 5. No, they didn't get it. So far, it's been a good half for the Iowa State Cyclones. They're frustrating a little bit. Quarterback Jake Christensen of Iowa. Michelle.
I think it's business as usual until they come up with some yardage, and then they start managing the clock, like right now.
J.J. Bass gets another first out. Clock stops. It never started. Well, you got to talk about 6 seconds off.
Yeah, that's a lot of times how you start short clock situations, is you run a play, and then you base everything else on the success of that play. That was a successful play, so now you would expect him to hurry up just a little bit more. 3 times.
Meyer has done a great job decision-making and everything today. Bass trying to get his feet underneath, and wisely just sits down at about the 29-yard line. He's going to lose about 3 on the play. Webema coming up from that defensive end spot, the senior out of Bowie High School in Arlington, Texas. Iowa State on second down goes with J.J. Bass. Mitch King making the stop, his 2nd tackle of the afternoon. King out of Burlington, Iowa. That'll bring up a 3rd down. We'll call it a dozen. And Iowa again will call a timeout. Losing the Florida Atlantic. We'll keep you posted with scores at the bottom of your screen. 3rd down and 12. 24 seconds left to play in the opening half. Playing it safe. Bass dancing around up to the 33-yard line. Matt Kroll coming up with the stop. Kroll, the junior out of Mount Vernon, Iowa. They call him a lunchbox guy, and Iowa's going to burn their final timeout with 17 left versus Mike and Mark Stoops' Arizona Wildcat defense, which is good.
The question is right now whether Iowa decides to come after this. They're not really giving the look that would say they are.
Rattler's punt off the side of his foot. Oh, no. If you were to design the worst thing that could possibly happen, that is it. It almost touched an Iowa player. That punt went about 5 yards. So both punters having a little problem with the side of the foot. They are spread all over the field, Kelly.
They need someone out here.
They go into the flat. Pass is complete at the 30-yard line. Daryl Johnson, Koulianis. That's going to be it, though. They do a nice job of giving him the pass and then corralling him. Jay Christensen in that opening half, Kelly, never looked like he got comfortable.
Yeah, Koulianis needed to get out of bounds, Ron. They had exactly what they wanted. He was uncovered, get the ball, get upfield, get out of bounds, and they would have been in field goal range. Very bad decision right there by the young receiver.
Let's check in with Lewis Johnson with Gene Chizik.
All right, thanks a lot. Well, Coach, you've got the 12-0 lead, but I imagine you're not happy with the fact you have not been able to punch it in with a touchdown. How do you correct that in the second half?
Yeah, we just got to get more physical down there. We're getting the red zone and execute better. We're getting all the way down there. We're making great drives. We get down there, we're stumbling our toes. So we just got to have a higher level of focus on that when we're going into the red zone.
And what do you say to your defense? They're pitching a shutout in the first half, but you can imagine Iowa makes adjustments. What do you say to them?
I say don't look at the scoreboard. They got to keep playing physical right now and getting after them, because right now this game's a long way from being over.
All right, Gene, thank you.
Yes.
Ron?
All right, Gene Chizik in his first year says he's learned an awful lot from Mack Brown, the head coach of Texas. Says they talk all the time and told him don't get discouraged if you're 0-2 start. Fans lined up at 6:30 this morning. They're getting their money's worth today. Halftime, Iowa State leading 12-0. The numbers are Mediacom halftime numbers. In the stats, you can see exactly what we're talking about. How about 177 to 59? But I think the big key, you look down to the sacks, Kelly.
Sacks, Iowa State got pressure, Iowa didn't, and the rushing yards, you would expect that actually to be reversed. Iowa wants to run the football, very successful, but Iowa State have dominated on both sides of the line of scrimmage. And Brett Meyer has benefited from his offensive line doing everything right. This is what happens when you get a little pressure. Brett Meyer made Iowa pay for it. This was a design run, the quarterback draw, but the rest of them were just Brett Meyer making good decisions and making great plays with his feet. And to me, that's been the difference in this game.
Well, he had 42 yards rushing on 4 rushes, averaging about 10 yards a rush. His game management has allowed them to have that 12-0 lead. Second half kickoff straight ahead on Versus. Stay with us. This will be Daniel Murray from about the 7-yard, or A.J. Summerall, I should say, from the 7-yard line up over the 30 to the 32-yard line. That's where Iowa State will begin. Let's take a look at Blythe wide to the left. Bass, top of the eye. They open with a little play-action pass. Almost picked off. Right in the hands of Adam Shada. Like Summerall was open. And they go to Bass. Leans forward over the 35-yard line. Picking up a couple. Mitch King, 4 tackles on the afternoon. The reason, 3rd down and 7. They're 4 of 10 on the afternoon on 3rd. 3 wide receivers to the left. Meyer looks over the middle. Now he's got some running room. Loses the football. It's loose on the ground, and I think Iowa State may have gotten it back. The officials will come in quickly. No, they're saying Iowa's got it. First turnover of the ball game for Iowa State, and it comes giving Iowa great field position.
And Brett Meyer did everything right in the first half, and 2 critical errors in the second half thus far. Ball security. When you go from being a passer to being a runner, you have to protect the football just like a normal running back would, and Meyer couldn't do it on that play.
Madison position at the 41-yard line for Iowa. A lot of movement on the line. Christensen looked like he picked up.
And Eubanks, the center.
Yeah.
Illegal snap on the center, number 52. 5-yard penalty, first down.
First down and 15 now for Iowa. Young gets back down to the 40-yard line. About a yard past the original line of scrimmage. Jesse Smith, Alan Bell coming up to make the stop for the Iowa State Cyclones.
And Ron, Iowa isn't.
Down at 8. 3-step drop. The southpaw float throws it out in the flat down to the 35-yard line. Andy Brodell. That's his second reception. The junior from just down the road of Ames in Ankeny, Iowa. Tied his career high with 7 receptions versus Syracuse last week. 7 on third. Iowa State showing blitz. They bring 6. Here they come. Christensen goes away from the pressure. Pass is complete to Brodell. He goes to his bread and butter man, the man with the most experience, and he beats Singleton on the coverage. Third play of +10 for Iowa. Here's Young. Inside the 15. First hit comes up from Ace Bowen. He's the one that lowered the boom on him. Better job. Sims. This time he's going to be stacked up. May have gotten down to the 10-yard line, which will be close to the first down. Iowa State. Myers, the tight end, in motion. They'll get the first down inside the 10-yard line is Damian Sims. Wait a minute, his knee may have hit. Look where the official's putting it. They're spotting it short now. The linesman came running in from the left side. He has it spotted at about the 11-yard line. They're saying his knee hit. Look at it again. His knee went down there. Absolutely. Great call by the officials.
Yeah, the officials are right on top of it, but Kurt Ferentz right here electing to go for it. Basically a foot for the first down, and he says, you know what, we need something better than a field goal on this play, but watch the hard count once again by the quarterback.
Sims and Bush. 1 of 2 on 4th down. Christensen fakes it. He's got running room. Inside the 10, inside the 5. Touchdown, Iowa. Great play call by Ken O'Keefe. Took about 4 minutes off the clock on that drive, all caused by the fumble. The extra point is good. Kelly, this is an outstanding play fake.
Well, Iowa comes out in the second half and gets exactly what they want. Jake Christensen, their young quarterback, taking it in and getting it into the end zone.
The side winding kick will be about 3 yards deep. A.J. Summerall brings it out. Gets hit right at the 20-yard line. That's where he'll sit down. The touchdown again.
Well, Christensen's going to boot and take it into the end zone. Singleton right here is going to drop into coverage, which means Taylor has contain on the quarterback that's going to end up coming this way.
State responds. Meyer into the flat. Pass is complete to Yusef Messiah. His second catch of the season, first of the afternoon. Let's see if he can get back in the rhythm he had in that first half. This time he tucks it and goes up to about the 24-yard line. Let's check in with Lewis Johnson. Lewis
brings that from Texas, and he's trying to get that foundation in this program here at Iowa State.
On 3rd and 6, Myers pass complete to Blythe, who gets hit right as he makes the catch. Nice job by Devin Moylan. He's the senior from Panora, Iowa. This is a young man that got hurt last year, didn't play the final 9 games. Ratner's kick, his first one, went a rousing 5 yards. This one a little bit better. Gets over midfield down about the 43-yard line. We'll call it at 33 on the kick. 8:18 left in the third. Cyclones holding on to a 5-point lead.
Welcome back to Ames, Iowa, on the sideline here behind the Iowa bench, and I'm trying to figure out what's under this black bag. Oh, look, it's the Cy-Hawk trophy, and I don't understand, Ron, why they're keeping this thing hidden under here. Maybe it's because it's too beautiful. They're afraid somebody's going to take it away.
I think so. This is Damian Sims. He gets the first down. They are playing for the Cy-Hawk trophy, which was, we can't tell you the answer because it's the athletic trivia question. That's the longest run of the day. It's 17 yards. You and I were talking during the break, Kelly, about how important it is for this Iowa State defense after having such a great first half, then getting gashed to start the second half. How important
It is vital, because remember that Gene Chizik is trying to teach his program how to win. It's a very tenuous psyche at this point in time.
That was the longest play for Iowa. Christensen, another play action pass over the middle, has his man complete. Johnson Koulianis. He has his second catch of the day. On 1st and 10, ball's at about the 26-yard line. Sims, left side, breaks a couple of tackles. Nice job getting down to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play before Jesse Smith comes up to make his 3rd stop of the day. Koulianis goes wide to the right. Running the football. Iowa State's defense trying to string it out. They do a nice job. He'll be dropped back at the 26-yard line.
Which is also a penalty, very similar. Treated very...
Incidental face mask. 71
boy.
in the defense. 5 yards from the previous spot. Repeat the down.
Also, it's not the big penalty, but still it brings up a 2nd down and 5. Christensen will take the snap under center. 5-step drop, looks over the middle, has his man thrown behind his intended receiver, Andy Burdell. John Banks, the linebacker, was with him step for step, but that was not. 3rd down and 5 for Iowa. Trailing by 5, 6:24 to play in the 3rd. Pass complete, short of the 1st down. They'll mark it at about the 18-yard line. Tony Moeaki with the reception. That'll be only his 2nd catch of the afternoon. Chris Brown, a backup strong safety out of Gainesville, Texas, on the coverage. 35 officially. Austin Signor. The snap is down, kick on the way, and it's going to get inside that upright. It is good. 36 yards officially on the kick. Kurt Ferentz has something to clap about. They were pitching a shutout, but now his squad is within 2. 12-10. It's everything we expected it to be. Iowa State leading the Hawkeyes. We've got 5:35 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Iowa doing a much better job on the line of scrimmage and the defensive line. Daniel Murray set to kick it away for Iowa. Kicking with the wind, end over end. It'll be a short kick. R.J. Sumrall over the 20, takes a hit again as he gets up to the 23-yard line. 2. Just love the duck.
What was that duck doing at the end there?
I don't know. I think he's after me. Meyer throws it out of the flat to Sumrall. Pass is complete. Short gain, maybe about 2 on the play. Coverage, Charles Godfrey. He has 5 tackles already this afternoon.
And his...
2nd down and 7. Meyer throwing it out of the flat. Pass is complete to Wallace Franklin. His first catch of his career here at Iowa State, the Butler Community College transfer. I don't think he got anything. 7. A fumble and a punt. 2 possessions in the 2nd half for Iowa State. Blythe going down the middle, but instead they fire it, caught up to the 40-yard line. 1st down, Iowa State. R.J. Sumrall from Orlando, Florida, Winter Park High School. He's the guy they call the precise route runner. He's not a speed guy, but he's just able to get open. Go back to the ground game. J.J. Bass on the rush. Bass 58 yards, 17 carries, doing workload today. 133 yards against Kent State to open the season for the El Camino Junior College transfer. He's got the looks up and sees the corners of the field there that also have a lot of people. About 50,000, 49 and some change.
I think we need a recount. This seems like a lot of people here. I'm not sure I totally agree with that final we got there.
I don't see too many seats left.
No, they're packed into this place.
56,000, the school record last week. 2nd down and 8. Meyer. This is where he gets dangerous. Decides to tuck it, just scampers out of bounds, able to pick up a couple. Humple's coming up to try to scare him away.
Feet.
3rd down and 5. They're only 5 of 13 on 3rd down this afternoon. 3-step drop, quick look, Sumrall catch, 1st down. Gets down to about the 48-yard line. Shada again on the tackle. He has 7 this afternoon. They want him a lot more than that. On a little draw play, Bass hit right at the line of scrimmage, leans forward for about a half a yard. inside of 3 minutes, Kelly.
What happened at
Parker, the defensive coordinator, he wanted a better effort from his line. He said they're just fairly decent at this point of the season. Inside of 2.5. Bass straight ahead. Down to the 45-yard line. They'll mark it at the 44-yard line.
Bass carrying the ball.
Closing in on 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. See the scores on the bottom. 5 wide receivers set. You're not going to see that a whole lot from Iowa State this year.
And the blitz look for Iowa on the defensive side.
They like to blitz off the corner. Meyer reads it. Pass somewhere complete. First down, Iowa State. Right at the 35-yard line. You talk about the hot reads and what they were trying to teach Brett Meyer to do. He picked up the blitz, put it on the money, picked up 9.
Look at the timing here. As soon as that last foot hits, the ball is out, and it needed to be because Iowa, in 3rd and 6, they moved their outside linebackers up to the line of scrimmage, and they were coming. So if Meyer doesn't get that off, he gets hit right in the back of the head.
Big third down play. Summerall now with 6 catches, 1 off his career high, which was last week. Bass bounces to the outside, looks for 1 block, doesn't get it, still gets away from the tackle, trips his way down to the 30-yard line. Klinkenborg and Gottfried making the stop. Kind of 2nd and 6. Bass again. This time he's going to be dragged down by Mike Klinkenborg behind the line of scrimmage.
Clean up.
Coaches say he works his tail off and he's just into getting better. Iowa State 3 for 3 on 3rd down this drive. This time they're not going to get it. It was 3rd down and 5. Bass may have gotten a yard, if that. But that's the way quarter number 3 will end. Gene Chizik had a 12-0 lead at halftime. Kirk Ferentz' squad is pulled within 2. Seven-yard field goal attempt would give Iowa State the 5-point lead if it is good. Culbertson has hit 21, 33, 42, and 40. They'll mark this, and it'll be a 47-yarder. Snap is good. The kick, it's hooking left. Hits the goalpost. Had a little bit of a hook on it. So Culbertson 4 of 5 on the day.
Ron, let me ask you a question. As we take a look at this miss right here, does Iowa State believe that they can win this game today? That's the question that we're in the process of answering. I think he got a little bit hurried right here, and that ball was headed left from the beginning. Yeah. But do you think they believe they can win this game, or is it just kind of hold your breath and hang on tight?
I have the feeling it's hold your breath and let's just be careful here. Culbertson, that's just a misread there.
Something positive happened for your team.
Iowa State shows blitz on the run. Christensen keeps it right up the middle. Close to a first down. They'll mark it at the 39. Pickup of 9. Ace Bowen on the stop. Be just short of the first down. Is this a called play?
No, it isn't. It was actually, that looked like it was designed. He got out of that very quickly. Yeah. And Christensen has the ability to run. We haven't seen him move much today. He booted
down less than a yard on formation. No, they stuff him behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by the Iowa State defense. Chris Brown coming up to make the stop. They're kicking into the wind, and it's still brisk. Lewis Johnson telling us it's not quite as bad as it was earlier, but it's still a pretty good wind. This is going to be a short kick. Iowa State saying, get away from it, guys. Takes a good bounce, though, inside the 25, down to the 23-yard line. 38 yards on the kick. We're in the fourth. Iowa State by 2. 1st and 10 from about the 23-yard line. for Iowa State. Meyer tucks it. Trips a little bit as he gets up to the 25-yard line. First hit by Mike Humpel. That is his 8th tackle of the ball game by a Brett Meyer fumble, and that's where we are right now. Meyer throws into the flat to Catlett, leans forward to the 29-yard line. Football, 107 yards. Bass, he's toted the load today, 69 yards. And Bowen, 4 tackles and a sack on defense.
There's a quarterback right here in Brett Meyer. You have to understand where you are in the game and where you are on the field. At 3rd and 4, you want to be confident, but you also have to be smart with the football.
3rd and 4. The rush, batted down the pass. It was Mitch King, the junior from Burlington, Iowa. They call him the big playmaker. An 18-yard average for Iowa State. And this one is much better with the wind. All the way back to the 12-yard line. Up to the 30, 35-yard line is Brodell. And we've got a player down to the 25-yard line. Iowa 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Damian Sims now in the backfield. Christensen looks to set up the screen to Sims. He's got it with some running room. Cuts inside up to the 47-yard line.
Running for Iowa.
Ace Bowen again with another tackle. He's got 6 on the afternoon. Christensen now 9 of 17, 82 yards. His longest pass was 15. New set of downs. Trying to go behind that big offensive line. They get into Iowa State territory. Damian Sims down to the 49-yard line. Sims
doesn't have to keep those offensive linemen from getting upfield onto the linebackers.
Now Colin Sandeman goes wide to the left on 2nd down and 6. Iowa State showing blitz.
Here comes Bowen right there. He's their pressure man.
Here he comes. He gets blocked. They throw it out in the flat. Almost picked off, but caught by Iowa. Breaking on the football was Chris Singleton, but Colin Sandman, the true freshman of Bettendorf, Iowa, picks up 10 on the play out of the reception. His first reception of the afternoon, 2nd of his collegiate career. Another play-action pass. Christensen, a lot of green in front of him, gets tripped up from behind. They'll mark it at about the 27-yard line. Curtis Taylor from that defensive end spot.
Likes to tunnel screen to number 80 right there, Brodell. We saw it yesterday in Iowa State's practice.
This time, Sims, left side, maybe picking up 2 on the play.
Is the real deal, and Utah struggled a little bit offensively. UCLA's not the defense you want to try to get healthy on.
That's right. 2nd down, 8. From the 25-yard line. And Christensen saw they were sneaking up. Again, it was Bowen, this time from the left side. He's going to burn a timeout. 9:04 to play in the ball game. Hawkeyes trail by 2.
I've been blessed to be a part of probably the biggest rivalries in the history of college football. From the Florida States to the Clemson, South Carolinas to the Auburn, Alabamas to the Texas OUs. Been in them all. Understand the importance and the flair of rivalries. In the state of Iowa right now, they live and die, and they eat, sleep, and drink that game.
Right now, it's 2nd and 8. Iowa State showing blitz. They back off. Christensen looks, pass, caught at the 10-yard line. Colin Sandeman, his 2nd reception of the afternoon, and he takes quite a wallop and holds on. 3 yards, gets him 1st and goal from the 10. Trying to run it on the right side, maybe picking up 2 on the play. But going back to Sandeman, one of the things we talked about in the open of the telecast, they've got untested wide receivers. You had the redshirt freshman James Cleveland, the true freshman Sandeman. Sandeman has stepped up because he's taken a couple of pops today, but he's done a nice job. Far side, Brodell, far side. 2nd and goal from the 8. They fake it. Here comes the rush. Throwing this up for a prayer. It's going to be over the end line. The closest person to it was Alan Bell. That'll be Moiaki, the tight end, on the right side. Brodell to his right. Sims in the backfield. Christensen flush. Here comes pressure, tries to step up. He loses the football, still loose, and this time Christensen rakes it back in. Iowa State had a couple of shots at it. Christensen actually did a nice job of getting that hand out to grab it. Braxham is going to be credited for the sack, his first.
Wayne Bolt was coming after Tate right here. Good coverage in the secondary, man-to-man, but that ball's out. It's funny how that thing bounces. Christensen's on the ground, and oops, what did I find? It comes right back to him.
Well, they're going to attempt the field goal. This will be for the lead. Donahue, the holder, 33 yards on the kick. Signal. Blocked. Iowa State just gets away from it. Christopher Lyle came up with the hand on the ball, the sophomore from Waldorf, Maryland. He's the one who penetrated underneath. Watch it again. Major play by Iowa State.
Well, it's all about penetration. Right over the football. You can see it better from this angle. Look at the push, 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 and then get your hands up. What a tremendous play. Coach Chizik knows the importance of that play right there.
Well, Iowa has blocked 2 kicks this year. Iowa State gets one themselves now in this game, and none bigger with 7:01 to play.
Gene Chizik trying to convince his team right now that we can win this type of game. And this is exactly how they have to go about it. The offense has to control the football and make something positive happen.
They got to get a couple of first downs. They're going to go to the air. Meyer going deep for a home run, looking for Blythe. Cannot get it. Pass incomplete. Adam Shada doing a nice job. The ball hung up in the air a little bit. They went to their main guy, Todd Blythe.
The only problem with it is the throw was late. Play action pass, and Blythe was really the only receiver. That ball has to come out quicker, and quicker would make it further down the field and give Blythe a chance to go up and make a play. He's 6'5", so throw the ball up and give him an opportunity.
Blythe only 1 reception in the second half after 4 in the first half. Sumrall wide to the right. He's in motion. They fake to Bass. Meyer steps up. Not a good pass into the flat for Derek Catlett. Ryan Madison coming up to put the pressure on him, the senior.
Fans want to see the offense loosen it up, but sometimes if you do, you now put a lot of pressure on your quarterback and your offense right here.
On the 17, pressure comes, throwing down the middle, and it looked like he was being held. It looked like Blythe was being held on that play. Adam Shada was one-on-one with the look at it again.
And he's one-on-one because Iowa is coming after him, but you absolutely are right. Shada reaches up and grabs him, and that's where Brett Meyer was going the entire time, Ron. It was a zero blitz, meaning man-to-man all over, and Norm Parker was coming after the quarterback.
Andy Brodell, whose last punt return was 23 yards, and he's going to get a chance at this one. It comes to the near side. He was trying to call a fair catch, and he does at the 42-yard line. 41 yards on the kick. 6:35 to play. Iowa with the ball trailing by 2. Iowa has plenty of time to work with. They've got 2 timeouts left. 6:35 in the ball game. They have great field position. Young. He's going to be corralled after getting up to about the 45-yard line. Pickup of 3 on the play. Plenty of time. Throws over the middle. Caught inside the 45-yard line down to the 43. Tony Modiaki with his 3rd reception of the afternoon. Ball on the 42-yard line. Here comes Iowa State on a little run blitz. And it's Ace Bowen trying to get him from behind. Albert Young is tripped up finally. 2nd down and 3. Young looking for some running room. Leans forward and he'll get the first down by just a skosh. 1st and 10, 4:40 to play in the ball game. They fake to Young. Christensen In trouble, throws this prayer up. Ace Bowen was right there. He was not outside the tackles, but it looked like Albert Young was somewhere within the vicinity.
Bowen is a pressure guy right here. He also is contained on this play, so he has to have some discipline. Very good feet, very disciplined. And my question is, where was the receiver that Christensen was trying to throw that ball to? He was inside the tackle box, Ron, so that ball has to go toward a receiver.
And the only one that was anywhere close was Albert Young, and he wasn't that close. He was down at about the 15-yard line. 4.5 to play. 2nd and 10. It's a keeper. Design play. Christensen takes a pop as he gets to the 25 to the 24-yard line. Pickup of 7 on the play. Alan Bell, the first one to make the hit. 3rd down and 2. Iowa State with 5 on the line, now 6 on the line. Christensen will burn a timeout. 3:49 to play. They'll have 1 remaining.
Hawkeyes are Cyclones showing blitz.
Here they come. Christensen running away from it. Throws. Caught inside the 10-yard. No, incomplete. Dropped it. In the hands of James Cleveland. Nice job by Chris Brown trying to strip it from him.
Very good job by Christensen moving away from the pressure. Was actually by design. Finds the right guy in James Cleveland. Just can't quite come up with it in the end. Chris Brown on the coverage from that safety position made a nice break on the football.
The last field goal attempt by Iowa was blocked. They'll mark this at the 31-yard line. It'll be a 41-yard field goal for Austin Signor. Kick on the way. And it is good. Iowa has the lead. .338 to play. Kirk Ferentz's team never gave up, kept battling, and now they've got the advantage over Gene Chizik and company.
This was true blue all the way, and there was no penetration this time. That's the difference. Kickers have to be comfortable just like everyone else to perform well, and they're not comfortable with pressure up front. That one was a good swing right down the middle.
Here's Coach Ferentz's reaction. The same all the time. Look, fist bump there. And here we go. This is going to be a short kick. Fielded at the 20-yard line. Up to the 32 to the 33-yard line. That's where Iowa State will take over. 1st down and 10 to go.
Has to get it done offensively.
Game management now. You don't want to get too far ahead of yourself. Meyer looking, throwing underneath the coverage. R.J. Summerall up to the 41-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the play. He's done a great job today as we go inside of 3 minutes. The running play to Bass. He just bowls his way for the 1st down. Kept the legs moving, all 6'1", 206 pounds of them.
That's another Cyclone.
You know, if we're talking about a field goal attempt, Culbertson.
9. What a run. Under 2 minutes to play. Meyer looking to his left, throwing it deep, intended for Philip Bates, and he has the catch at the 25, spun down at the 18-yard line of Iowa. Philip Bates, the freshman from Omaha, in a jump ball situation, went up and got it. That is a 38-yard gain from Meyer to Bates to the 17 of the Hawks. 5 seconds to go, and Iowa State down 1. Good snap, good hold, kick on the way by Culbertson. He knocked it through. Shaggy made it. Bret Culbertson made it. A 28-yard field goal.
Well, they got to get the fans off the field because there's a second left.
And there are fans all over the field. They will try to get him back.
Well, they're running back.
Bret Culbertson to his 5th field goal of the game. A 28-yarder right down the middle. How about Shaggy?
Following a too close for comfort return by the Hawks, which would have been called back due to a penalty, let the celebration begin as Shaggy is the first to grab the trophy. Iowa Iowa State stuns Iowa with the 15-13 win. The Cy-Hawk Trophy resides in Ames for the 7th time in 10 years. I'm Rod Botholt reporting for the Gene Chizik Show.
Nobody really listening to all the negativity going on, and so able to come back to work every day and good coaching and everybody buying into the system and not paying attention to a lot of negative things.
Meyer looking to his left, throwing it deep, intended for Philip Bates, and he has the catch at the 25, spun down at the 18-yard line of Iowa.
It was just amazing. Bret audibled at the line, and they just told me to make a play, and that's what I wanted to do. So, won.
First 2 games we made terrible mistakes to cause us to lose the game, and we weren't going to let it happen again today. We did our job. We still had some mistakes in there, but we did our job. And now the scores results.
For the rest of my life, to be able to walk around and say that last time I played in this rivalry, I got to walk off and walk up that ramp to our locker room holding the trophy. That's unbelievable. I mean, nobody's ever going to be able to take that away from me. So it's an unbelievable feeling. This game ranks right up there with anything that I've been a part of so far.
We had a great week of practice. We came out. We forgot about the last loss. And we're just looking forward to the Iowa game. And we just came out and played our best and executed well, and good things happened.
Good snap, good hold, kick on the way by Culbertson. He knocked it through. Shaggy made it.
My best friend, lifelong friend since preschool, he told me this week. I mean, he called me after 2 games, 0 for 3, last 2 games. I don't think I've ever missed that many kicks in a row. I mean, he told me, God's just setting you up. And they told me God's just setting you up. You're gonna hit a game winner. I can't believe it, man.